Okay, so let me go to the live event.
Oh, the whole thing. Not the whole thing. That's what she said. She said.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lord. Oh.
You gonna go to couch now?
Hold on. Yeah.
Why did this right?
Because I'm live. They can hear his business.
Already, what's the name? We are live. Letting you know.
Huh?
Oh, hi everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Everybody.
We black.
Yes. You said that you went to see the Meg, or you're going to see the Meg?
I'm going to see the Meg. Well, hold on. Let me give everybody. Let me give a little intro first. Welcome to TNT Photon.
I'm looking forward to that also.
Welcome to TNT Photon HQ. Today we're going to be covering a vast amount of various topics. We're going to do a review for The Darkest Minds. We're going to talk about the re-release in movie theaters of Transformers the movie 1986. Nintendo killing Luigi within the new
murdered his ass.
Yeah, they literally showed it too. Them killing Luigi and much more. So sit back, relax, and I want to introduce my co-host here. We got Count Kenny, the mercenary, and the beautiful and adorable, talented Ms.Mika here on the show. You guys got to excuse me today. I've had a rough week. So I'm not my usual energetic self, but I'm there. So if you could come test me if you want to, and I'll still crack you. But you know, hey Kenny, you ever seen somebody that they'll say they tired, but they still got that one boogie hook in them? Like that
yes.
Come across.
Oh, you always got that last punch in them.
Yeah, that one boogie hook.
Don't touch that.
Hey, y'all are too much.
Yeah, so I mean, like, we're gonna have a great time today. Thanks for tuning in. My friends here, you know, co-hosts, they're gonna carry the show for a bit until I get my shit together. In the meantime, I'm gonna go and post up links on the Facebook fan page and everywhere else.
Okay, yeah. So I remember like y'all two saying that y'all want to go see the Meg, and I'm telling you, I saw it on Monday. Go see that movie. Go see that.
Looks
movie.
fun.
That movie
it looks fun.
Off the chain. Yes, it is. It really is. I enjoyed it a lot. It had like a lot of action. It was funny in some points. And yeah, it made me jump. So. So, like, I suggest that y'all check it out.
Do a lot of people get eaten?
Some of them are. Some of them do.
Nah, I want to see shit like Piranha. Like, remember that Piranha movie that came out?
We get to see a lot of the shark.
I mean, the Piranha movie.
Sometimes you.
Piranha.
That's a great movie.
Piranha 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a 3?
It was a whole bunch of them shits.
It was a whole bunch of them. Okay. Yeah, so it wasn't exactly like Piranha, but some people do get eaten.
Oh my god!
Some people do.
A lot of the shark, I think it should be good. Because most of these movies, you see a movie like that, and they hardly show the shark. Yeah, oh, that's good.
They showed it showed a lot of the shark. It showed a whole lot of the shark, and yeah, it was like Jaws, but even better. And y'all get a kick out of it. Go watch it. Like out of 5 stars, I give it a 4. I give it a 4.5. Yeah,
I saw that Darkest Mind shit deal too.
How was it?
Horrible. It was what you think it is exactly what it is. What you think it is, like typical teenagers, you know, they got like this organization that doesn't, you know, like because it's like these classes are like it's kind of like what do you call that movie? Oh God, the Maze, what's the name? The Hunger Games, X-Men, all of that bound up into one. Where like these kids have these special powers and stuff like that.
Oh, super teams.
Exactly? I mean, like, you know, they're fighting against the system that wants to get rid of them. They're classified in certain classes too, because like they'll have certain ones, like they'll be in different. Like you got like the I think it's the like they're in different colors. They put them in like different color groups and stuff like that. Like what is that? Red is if like the red ones can breathe fire. The orange ones are like the most dangerous ones because they can control people's minds. The green ones are pretty much like super intelligent, but they really have little to no powers. The blue ones are telekinetics, and I think yellow controls electricity, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, exactly. X-Men, New Mutant.
It didn't knock off mutants, yeah.
Exactly. It was something that would definitely come on TV.
But see, you would think like, you know, the people that made Stranger Things, and you know, Stranger Things is such a great show. You would think that, you know, like Darkest Minds would be like even great, but you know, I guess they dropped the ball somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there another movie that I seen over the week was Alpha, and that was a really good movie too. It's just basically a story about a boy who befriends a wolf, and it's like a survival story. It was lots of peril, and it was, some of it is gory, and other than that, it was a great movie. I enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Alpha was great. I liked it.
This sounds like that old White Fang. This sounds like that. It came out like I think in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and yeah, it's kind of sort of like that, except that the movie took place like in Europe, like 20,000 years ago.
Right.
But all in all, like I enjoyed the movie too, and I saw it in 3D, so that was even better. So I suggest y'all check that out as well. Right, oh, and I did happen to see Fallout yesterday, and it was kind of long, but it was good. I liked it. I liked that as well. I
told you, I was like, once you really like anybody who goes into these Mission Impossible films looking for like militaristic, like espionage, realism, like I mean, you're watching the whole series for the wrong things. You know what I'm saying?
I guess yeah.
You're not gonna get Tom Clancy possible.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
Watch Mission Impossible films for the fun. That's it.
Right. I mean, the first one, we'll give it a pass, you know, but like the rest of them were just, somebody said that they didn't like the second one.
No.
The second Mission Impossible, but like everything else was
it's not like I'm really looking for anything from them than what they're supposed to be. I mean, high action films, running around, Tom Cruise flipping and hanging from helicopters and jumping and stuff like that. You just watch it for the action. I mean, like you don't really watch. Honestly, that's like how can I say? That's like, I don't know, reading a fucking comic book and expecting it to be like a, well, some comic books I've read.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, exactly.
Expecting, well, show back in it was goofy also. So what do you want out of the movies?
Exactly.
It's gonna be silly to an extent.
I don't know. Like I guess like when I saw Mission Impossible yesterday, I just had the greatest epiphany that I no longer like Tom Cruise. Because sometimes he overacts on his roles.
He says, I don't like Tom Cruise.
I no longer like Tom Cruise. He has a tendency of overacting on his role. And I'm just like, it was great, but some of the scenes, I'm like, oh, hell no. But Henry Cavill was a great villain. I would have never thought that, you know, like he was the bad guy. But then like I'm not even going to give away some of the movie. It's like some scenes that happen.
At this point, I mean, like Fallout been out for like what, a week or two now. If you haven't seen it now, then you're able to spoil it. I'm not gonna
matter.
If you spoil the shit. Who cares?
No, but like when Henry Cavill was talking to Angela Bassett about Tom Cruise's character, that kind of gave it away that okay, like this dude here is the villain. He's up to something. So, other than that, like he was a great villain, even though I'm used to him as Superman already.
Well, in the news today, they were actually talking. Well, not just today. They've been talking about it. They have this. It seems like the new fad is 3D printed guns, and they're actually guns. They are literal guns that work. Like, and I mean, like, Some of them are even more durable. Like, it's fucked up.
The idea tickles me.
Yeah, and like some of them are even more durable than guns that are made in metal factories, and like
the Glock is plastic, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like all in all, like a 3D gun is bad all around.
Yeah, but see the thing about it is, once the technology is out there, there's nothing you can do to stop it. No matter how much you protest about it, once something is out there, it's too late. This right here, this messes up everything, man.
I'm about to say hands on it. I'm about to print an awesome all kinds of cool looking shit on it too.
Real bad.
That's a shame. Yeah. Am I still breaking up?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Yeah, we'll fix that. I don't know, like the whole 3D gun thing. I think that it will lead to like even more worse situations. Yeah, like more violence. Exactly. Like you think that school shootings and like domestic terrorism is bad now. Wait till motherfuckers get a hold of them 3D guns. It's a wrap from there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I moved this.
Yeah, that's even worse, Kenny.
I'm over here.
That's worse. So yeah, I mean, I went over here. Well, I've been following this story for like a week or so, but over here on Vice News, it says that they talked about it like it was some sort of technological doomsday. Wednesday, August 1st was supposed to be the day when ready-made blueprints for 3D printed guns will be released on the internet, allowing anyone with a Wi-Fi connection to manufacture unlicensed and untraceable deadly weapons in their living room.
Oh my God.
Alfredo had heard about it. His reaction was to an eye roll. Orehela is the CEO of Steamporio, which manufactures cheap, easy-to-use 3D printers for sale to schools and maker studios. He's also been experimenting with 3D printed plastic guns for years and thinks the battle over 3D printed guns ended a long time ago. Regardless of what a judge says, the blueprints are already out there and have been for some time. When in an era where people can get the latest Drake album or at will, he told Vice News to think you can control or stop the flow of data on the internet is absolutely ludicrous. The Gun Blueprints project started about 5 years ago. 5 years ago. A self-described crypto anarchist and gun enthusiast released online the designs for a fully 3D printed gun he called the Liberator.
The Liberator.
God damn.
All right. Am I still breaking up? This is kind of different. I took off a feature.
No, you sound very good.
I was using this Wi-Fi plus feature. All right. Okay. I was gonna say if I'd hook my gun up all kind of shit.
Yeah, you're breaking up again.
Oh, this piece of garbage.
Yeah. It says they were available for only a few days before the government ordered him to take them down. In that time, the schematics were downloaded tens of thousands of times. Wilson told Vice News that he is also an ideological mission. is on an ideological mission to prove that an abundance of guns in America is inevitable and the gun control is doomed. There's literally more guns than people, maybe 2 guns for every person in this country, Wilson said. You don't need a 3D printer to get your nightmare scenario.
Yep.
Oh man, this is I mean, like this right here, because not only this is gonna mess up the gun market, like like the gun distributor, like the weapons manufacturers and shit like that make guns. Motherfuckers gonna be coming out with their own designs and all that other shit, triple barrel shotguns and all.
What does the NRA think of this? That's my question. What does the NRA think of this whole thing?
What are your thoughts on it, Kenny? I know you like guns.
I don't know, man. So I can't really say.
Watch him get a 3D printer tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It'd be hooked up with designs. I mean, I'd make it look pretty. I could make my art look nice.
But didn't like some lawmakers in Seattle put like a temporary stop
That's not going to. That's not going to stop.
Yeah, but they put a stop to it.
This is the beginning of a new era within weapons manufacturing. Believe me when I.
But at the same sense, it's like weapons manufacturers are going to lose out because people are printing from home. They're printing guns from home, and that's going to cost the weapon manufacturers a lot of money.
Of course, that's what I was saying before. I mean, it's fucked up. It's messed up, man.
Watching when you get material, it's gonna get worse.
Kenny, you're real bad, bro.
Oh, that's a shame. It's mic. It's a good mic too.
No, it's like your connection. It's some type of connection.
Yeah, it's your connection.
It's like real, like shoddy for some reason. Okay. Oh, I mean myself. I already knew where things were going years ago because there would be like certain seminars and events I would go to, like even some of the gun shows I would go to and stuff like that. And now, that I was invited to, and like by me having a business, automatically you get invited to shows, you get free events and all that other stuff. And I saw this. They were talking about this years ago. I'm talking about like back in like 2008, 2009.
Oh, so that's nothing new.
Yeah, exactly. They knew it was coming.
Yeah.
They knew it was coming. It wasn't like it was like some joke like, oh, this will never happen. No, it was coming. All right. So, I mean, like, any closing thoughts on that subject?
I just think it's a bad idea all around. Like,
a bad idea.
Shit is gonna get even worse from here.
You gotta have regular
invest
holding up like homemade guns for their 3D printer on Facebook and shit.
It's gonna be a regular slaughter out here with these 3D printed guns.
Yeah, man. But I guess we gotta thin the herd some kind of way, right?
No.
Cull them out. It's called culling.
Oh, jeez. Next subject.
Next subject is God of War 2018, fastest selling exclusive game for PS4. Now, I mean, I played it, and I mean, I have no interest in ever. I started playing that game, and I have no interest in continuing to play that game again. I don't think it's anything innovative. There isn't like, I think the other God of War games are more enjoyable. A lot of people will debate me on this, but I mean, like, I don't think it's anything innovative about it. It's nothing but Dark Souls and The Last of Us mashed together. Like it has limited character models. It's the story is very like cut and paste and very mundane. I mean, it's boring. It's not, and you know, the thing about it is that a lot of people that have never played any of the God of War games, so they're quickly saying like, "Oh, the boss battles are epic, this, that, and the other." I said, "No, brother." I said, "Have you ever played any other one?" "Well, I don't need to play the other God of Wars. This one was." I was like, "Bro, unless you play the other ones, you cannot speak on like this being the most epic battles in God of War games. How can you say that?" I said,
"Yeah, that's why I'm not speaking on it because I never played any of the God of War games, so it's not my. I feel like I should not have a say in that."
Yeah, I mean, it's just like basically, I found myself getting very bored with it, and then they made it like the controls are clunky and cumbersome. Then they had and this is just me. Like some people think it's the best God of War ever. Me myself, I don't. And I'm trying not to get into
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm trying not to get into like the political and social issues I have with this game. But I essentially see what they're doing, and I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it for the fact it's not an action title to me. It didn't have my blood racing like the first God of War, the second God of War, the third God of War, the PSP versions of God of War. This just felt like something to just get out the way. That's what it felt like.
A rush job.
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel as though it was all that or like it's as good as everybody's playing it to be.
Well. Some like you said, like some people may debate you on that.
That's just my opinion. I mean, yeah, but I'm not digging that new God of War at all. I mean,
all right. So, like 1 out of 5 stars. How much do you give it? 0.
What, God of War?
Yeah, 0. 0 stars.
A 3, 2.5, 3.
Wow, you're being generous.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's still, you know, it's still God of War, but I mean, like, you know, it's all right. I mean, it's nothing to write home about if you ask me. I mean, you know, and we have this article right here. Hold on, let me share this article real quick with and it says from CNN. We have this article from CNN, and it says God of War is the fastest selling PlayStation 4 game ever. Kratos' new adventure sold 3.1 million units in just 3 days. Norse mythology is so hot right now. Just as Thor wrecked shop in Avengers Infinity War, helping that film break all sorts of box office records, the new God of War game, which moves the franchise out of Greece and into the folklore of Scandinavia, has become the fastest selling game on PlayStation 4. Released April 20th, God of War sold 3.1 million units in just 3 days. Sony announced on Thursday, for reference, Uncharted 4, currently the highest selling game on PS4, sold 2.7 million units in the first week. God of War's success is befitting of its quality. CNN's Jeff Bakalar said, "It's scary good." No, it's not. I mean, like, you know what? If, like, for those that are following the channel here and they're probably sitting inside the chat, I have gameplay. I have a playlist up here that I halfway completed because I did not want to play the game any longer. I don't want to play the game any longer. Hold on 1 second.
Hello? Fucking G.I. Joe playing in the background.
Could you ring the third floor bell, please? Ms.Mika, carry this for me, please. I gotta straighten out something real quick.
Okay. Geez. All right. I'll try. I just want to get into Transformers. Wait, and Kenny's not in here either.
No, he's not.
All right. So I guess I'll talk about Transformers. Yeah, I'll talk about that.
It's re-release. I mean, like, that's pretty decent.
Oh, geez. Why people want to wait until now until we go live? Call themselves. All right. So I guess we could talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy cast then, which I don't know how people are going to take that due to the fact that I think, like, Gamora's not in the picture anymore, right? You seen Infinity Wars? You seen Infinity Wars? Did you see Infinity Wars?
Yeah.
They took Gamora out the picture. They killed Gamora, correct? Gamora, the girl with the green girl,
She died. She got put on a cliff.
Oh shit!
They were trying to bring her back. So I don't know what happened.
Okay, yeah, because like in the I think that she'll be back in the
Thanos had to sacrifice her.
Yeah, that was his daughter.
Yeah, he sacrificed her to get the Infinity Ring. The Infinity Stone.
Oh, the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He had to give her the one thing he loved.
Shit.
He loved the most.
And so I guess he loved Gamora.
His little adopted daughter that he found when he killed her family.
Oh man! So now they're talking about, you know, like the cast and everything. Let me pull up something right over here, because it's supposed to be a Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3, and
they're probably got her back. They're probably gonna go get her. They're gonna get her back.
Yeah, they're probably gonna bring her back for 3.
They're probably gonna get her.
Get her?
In 3, they could be going back to go get her.
Is she actually
but
dead?
Half of them are gone. Remember when he?
Half of them went. Yeah,
half of them disappeared.
Half of them did disappear. Black Panther disappeared.
That squirrel's still around.
Doctor Strange?
The squirrel.
Who the fuck is the squirrel?
That's for the raccoon.
Oh, Rocket.
The little dog.
Rocket.
Remember, he kept calling him little dog.
Yeah, Rocket is still around.
Little dog.
Oh yeah, like half of the half of the Avengers got taken away by that. But I just want to know who is on Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm just gonna pull something up real quick.
They're actually going to hire a different director. But see, the point that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, I know.
they just kept going. The comics kept going with the same ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know like James Gunn, he can't do Guardians of the Galaxy because all that shit.
Yeah, because of what he said, what he did, and like like the creepy tweets that he was putting out there, which were completely.
You know who I think would be a great director for that movie? Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer.
Mm-hmm. Because he did what? He did X-Men 1 and 2, which I thought was fantastic. Right. He didn't do 3. That's why 3 flopped. He didn't do 3. He went to do Superman Returns at that time. And Brett Ratner, who was supposed to originally do Superman Returns, did X-Men 3. So it was a swap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I seen his movies and like the upcoming Bohemian Rhapsody, he's directing that. I think that he would be a great director for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
You know who I think would have played, not to get off topic, but do you know who I think would have played a perfect Queen?
Who?
Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen.
No.
I think would have been perfect as Queen.
Nope. You talking about Freddie Mercury? Nope.
Yeah, he would have been perfect, right? Freddie Mercury. He favors him. Look at him. Look at Sacha Baron Cohen and look at Freddie Mercury.
I guess a little if you put a mustache on him.
Yeah, exactly. They got that slim build, just like fucking What's his name?
Freddie
Mercury.
Sasha. Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Sasha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. But I think that the person that they got now to play Freddie Mercury, I think. And then on top of that, Freddie Mercury is part Indian.
Yeah.
So will Sasha be a perfect would have been the perfect role for that? I don't know. That's still questionable.
Sasha the comedian?
Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen. Freddie Mercury.
That could work.
All right, I'm outnumbered here.
His Blinky was stocky, like Freddie Mercury was.
Yeah, I'm outnumbered in this. I'm trying to find out who they got casting for the third movie, because remember Gamora died in the Avengers.
Well, I mean, like, it's more so of an issue of James Gunn, like that everybody's concerned about, because you have Batista is kind of like subtly saying like he won't be in the next movie if what's his name? If James Gunn isn't directing it. And I understand where Batista coming from, but you gotta understand how Hollywood is. They'll smooth cancel your ass. I mean, you're not that hot. You're not a Rock or nobody like that. You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm reading something on comingsoon.net.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, you're back. We're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in like the director sense, not the cast, but the director, and we're trying to figure out who will replace
Nambla.
Who? Nambla. Oh my god.
The pedophile guy from the last one.
Yeah. The pedophile guy. Yeah. So since he's not doing directing, we're trying to figure out who would be the best director to handle Guardians of the Galaxy 3. What do you think?
Well, no, they have a couple people that they're talking about, but what I wanted to cover was the fact that
not sure
that they were basically, and it has an article here from the Business Insider that they're trying. All right. Essentially, people are petitioning to bring him back, which, in a way, I think is kind of messy. Because I look at it like this: if that's the case, then why didn't they bring Roseanne Barr back? I mean, Roseanne, even though I don't like Roseanne,
right?
I've never watched the show, nor did I ever enjoy it. But I mean, like, this guy literally gave away like creepy tweets, like creepy ass fucking tweets and jokes that were completely inappropriate. And I mean, Kenny, you know, you make some dark jokes and shit like that. We all do. But even you when you saw like the shit that I read off to you, was like, damn, this motherfucker, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like,
because it's the same thing.
What I'm reading here,
it's almost not a joke.
What I'm reading here is there's talks being taking place between Marvel Studios and Disney to potentially rehire James Gunn. So I think they are talking about rehire him back, but so far Disney is showing little interest of bringing him back.
Well, they do right here. It says at the Business Insider, and this is directly from the Business Insider. It says Disney fired director James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 on Friday after old offensive tweets resurfaced. A petition to rehire him has over 250,000 signatures and is almost on his goal of 300,000 as of Tuesday morning. The petition states, if you do this to Gunn, you have to do it for all the other directors who have said crappy jokes sometime in their life. Not everyone is happy
but they gotta understand something. They gotta understand there is a difference between a crappy joke and saying something that's really, really offensive.
Like he was talking about like fucking kids and always like just fucked up shit, man. Just fucked up shit. You know?
Yeah, and my question is, who are the people that signed the petition? That's my question.
Well, see, here's the thing. The cast of Guardians of the Galaxy, a lot of them are supporting him. Like, and to me, I mean, I think if they were smart, they would tread lightly and just keep their fucking mouth shut. You follow what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's not like any of those stars there are like, oh, I can leave this and go and get another fucking job and this, that, and the other. No, the movie industry is very, very toss away. I'm like, how can I say? They will throw your ass away in a fucking second. Everybody, you have to excuse me. It's been a rough day. So my thoughts are not as sharp as they usually are. So, but I mean, like
we forgive you.
Yeah. So it's not like they're really like you know, open their mouths or like having a strong opinion about James Gunn. And it says not everyone is happy about Disney's decision to fire director James Gunn for Guardians. They're making their displeasure known. Oh yeah, we read that right there. Disney severed its business relationship with Gunn on Friday after conservative personality, offensive and crude jokes Gunn had tweeted years ago and had apologized in the past. The offensive attitudes and statements discovered on James' Twitter feed are indefensible and inconsistent with our studio's values, Disney said in the statement. The petition Disney to come to their senses and states the jokes were shit unfunny.
You coming in and out.
They said the jokes were shit and unfunny. It wasn't an opinion or statement. It was just a bad attempt at being funny. It continues. If you do this to Gunn, you have to do it to all the directors. And I want to bring up the point. It was a point in here where fans and celebrities alike have come to Gunn's defense since his firing, including Guardians of the Galaxy actor like Dave Bautista, who plays Tyson. He tweeted on Friday that Gunn is one of the most loving, caring, good-natured people I've ever met, and I'm not okay with what's happening to him. Gunn had finished the script for Guardian 3 and planned to start filming this fall. Yeah, but they're also like, so I read an article earlier too, where like Bautista was talking about, oh, I'm going to quit and I'm going to do this, that, and the other. You better keep your mouth shut, bro, because you'll get the wish that you want. I love Bautista. Yep. It's awesome.
Me too.
You got to watch your mouth. You got to watch your mouth. I mean, like, I'm sorry to say, you got to play by their rules. When you sign on to the mouse, you got to play on by his rules. Lord Mickey. Lord Mickey. Yeah, man.
Well, like Dave Bautista was always opinionated, you know.
Well, yeah, it's no problem with that. But at the same token, when you, I mean, like, you know, you're not really in a position to call shots of like, well, like, again, you are, you know what? Essentially, you are in a position to do whatever you want because essentially it's your career. But understand, everything doesn't merit a response, and sometimes you need to just fall back.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, the way society is heavily, how can I say, liberally influenced. It's influenced by liberals. So with that being said, you have to be careful with what you say. You can't be outspoken too much. You can't say certain things. You can't make jokes about certain things. Now, me myself, I'm not a liberal or Democrat or Republican or anything like that. But at the
same here.
Yeah, but at the same token, I did find what James Gunn said, all this, because like they were all centered around kids. It wasn't like it was any type of like he mixed it up any type of way to have any type of content or jokes other than pertaining to kids or kids getting fucked and all sorts of like debauchery shit and like pedophilia, like slated fucking comedy. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, oh, this kid, I'm gonna fuck this kid next to me. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
But everybody says that, oh, it's a crappy joke. Like, yo, like that shit right there is not a crappy joke.
When your humor is constantly nothing but constantly nothing about nothing but rape and constantly fucking kids and shit, you're either a rapist or a pedophile. Plain and simple.
Right. So on that note, he had to go. Sorry.
I know. And you can't compare this to like the Me Too movement and so on and so forth. Because the Me Too movement, I feel as though it's in a sense where as though like these are people like could have said something years ago, or so-called quote unquote victims that could have said something years ago, but now all of a sudden they decide to say something. Now that this sort of person is either becoming famous, they're broke, or they no longer relevant. Oh, me too. No, we talking about a motherfucker here that was like literally making jokes for years about fucking kids, inappropriate shit with kids. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I mean, like, it's the difference between apples and fucking bread, man. Like this motherfucker's a weirdo. Motherfucker's a fucking. And the thing about it is, I didn't know I was such a fan of.
This is a good comparison.
Yeah. And the thing about it is that I didn't know I was such a fan of all of his movies. I pretty much like all his shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't too big on the Guardians of the Galaxy shit, but James Gunn has made some wonderful fucking films. He's made Dawn of the Dead. I think I mentioned that last time. He made one of my all-time favorite films, Slither. You know what I'm saying? He made Super. He made this movie called Super, The Belko Experiment, Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, he made a bunch of good shit.
Wow. All right, that I gotta check out.
Even
that was my first time.
Citizen Toxic. He done a lot of good stuff. He's done a lot of good stuff. But I mean, like, you're a shit individual. You're a shit individual, bro.
Yep.
So
what can you do? What can you do?
What are your thoughts on it, Kenny?
Well, I mean, if you're kind of one trick and just doing it with Telltale, you can't just tell one kind of joke and that's just you. It does look kind of fishy.
Especially when it's done on a constant basis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, all you.
Because it's like all his like again, like I said before, even on my Facebook and on social media, I do some actual, like, how can I say, edgy shit. Like, I may say some like little dark comedy and shit, but it's not like not like all my comedy is even. Well, honestly, none of my comedy is ever involving children getting fucked or fucking on them or pissing on them or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this motherfucker, every joke, you can like drop a plate. He be like, yeah, that reminds me of when I pissed all over a kid and threw spaghetti in his mouth. Yeah. You're like,
yeah, like that shit does raise a red flag. It's like, dude, like, are you really that way, quote unquote? Are you really that way? Like, come on, man. That looked bad. And then like what goes on in the dark comes out in the light. So you can't get mad that you got fired for them damn tweets.
Man. Well,
so that's my final say on that.
Yeah, you gotta tighten up, bro. You got coach your hand in the fucking kids' cookie jar this time. R.
Literal cookie jar.
Yeah, the kids' cookie jar. Fucking freak. Next up.
Oh, man. Playing with the peppermint patties.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Transformers the movie, 1986 re-release back in. Now, I'm surprised, Ms.Mika, you have never seen.
You're coming in and out today.
What happened?
You're coming in and out. You're in and out.
Really?
Great burgers. Love In and Out.
All right, how about now?
Like, now, is it my connection or I don't even know.
He's keep coming in fine. Sketch.
Yeah, it's breaking up real bad. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Can you hear me, Kenny?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I can hear you too. What about you, Mika? Mika.
My end.
Yeah,
this is my end because
get up. Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, this is just freaking perfect. Like, we was fine before. Now all of a sudden, I can't hear any damn body.
Oh god, sorry. They started playing a fucking advertisement.
Right. Right.
Oh man.
Advertisement.
Yeah, they're doing it again. Hold on.
Oh, this is bad.
Well, it sounds like everyone's having tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty bad too.
You know what? The show must go on. Fuck it. Won't be our last
Yes,
match.
yes,
Our
yes.
first. Here we go. He's a man. So it says here, Transformers the movie.
Whatever works.
Man. Yeah, Transformers.
It says Transformers the movie will briefly come back to theaters this September, on September 27th. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know about you. But to me, whenever I think of the 80s, you have to think of Transformers the movie along with other films, so on and so forth. To me, Transformers the movie defined an era of Japanese American animation. Being like borderline adult, but not, you know what, that shit wasn't for kids. Now that I think back, when I literally looked and like,
oh my goodness,
it was not for children at all. It wasn't. It wasn't for children at all.
Several murders.
What happened?
All right, guys, it's like you're sounding intermittent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log out and try to log back in to see if it sounds any better.
All right, cool.
2 shakes of the lamb scale. Send me another invite, Nate.
Okay, will do. But yeah, I remember seeing Transformers the movie when I was a little kid, and the thing about it is that, I mean, it was unlike any. Well, no, it wasn't unlike anything I'd watched before, but it was like you were seeing your cartoon, and being that I always read the comic book. The comic book was violent, but this one took it to a new level. Like, it was like Megatron woke up this day and was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck everybody up. I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna fuck everybody up. Everybody. Yeah. There wasn't, you Transformers.
Several killings.
Yeah. Hey, Adrian, how are you, sweetie? Good to see you. He's over in the chat section over there. Good to see you. It was as if when you would watch the cartoon, you would sometimes see them get shot and then, they get repaired or they get back up and stuff. No, this motherfucking movie. And when you ask me, honestly, the Decepticons won. They won that movie because we lost. Autobots was just dying left and right. And I understand they did that because they were trying to sell new toys and everything. But they were making sure these motherfuckers were back. I'm telling you. Who was it? Scrapper shot Prowl, and he literally shot him with something that melted his insides to where you saw smoke and molten fucking metal come through his mouth and eyes and shit like that.
Right.
When he laid back, you just saw shit bubbling out of him that was melting and shit. Then you had Brawn. Brawn had his back blown out. That it went through the front and just blew up everything in the back. You know what I'm saying? Then Ratchet and Ironhide were just riddled with bullets. I mean, riddled with fire and shit like that. To where they couldn't even lay down. They would be shot so much. You know what I'm saying? And and then here's the coup de grace right here. Towards the end, while Megatron is already marching through the ship, and him and Starscream holding a casual conversation, you just see him Ironhide grabbed his leg as a last act of defiance, and he just literally incinerated his whole top side, point blanked them. You know what I'm saying? The movie to me was amazing. The soundtrack was amazing. What happened?
I say just cooks them pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing about it is the artwork, if you ask me, even with today's standard, holds up. Yeah, there are some mishaps as you got older. You saw a couple of mishaps and there were some glitches that they never bothered, or pretty much how can I say, animation errors. It was one part where what's his name, Ultra Magnus went to put the Matrix in his chest, and then it just he put it back in, put it in again. I was like, okay, whatever. But the whole overtone of the film was just absolutely What I want them to do is if they show this screening, they add in the stills that show that Red Alert tracks, Smoke Screen, and a couple other Autobots got murdered by the Constructicons when they Devastator apart. Because if there's one part within the film before Prime and Prime fights Megatron, you see Megatron turn backwards and then he turns around and looks at Prime. That's the part where like they edited out a good 15 minute, like a good 10 minute of the Devastator mauling some more robots, some more Autobots and shit.
That's great.
Violent. They said it was too violent. But see, this is the thing. There was a bad.
That's great.
What I was reading, there was a bad communication between Marvel Sunbow, Toei Animation, and a couple of other like the Japanese animators that they had do the film. You know, Japanese animation, even in kids' cartoons, they'll have death.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like as a kid, I grew up watching shit like
Guyver, wasn't it?
Yeah, Guyver, all that shit. And like it was murder in it. It was always murder, like in their cartoon. They would show people get shot, and you would just like a harmonica sound and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But Transformers, I will definitely go see that again. That is one of my all-time favorite animated films from the 80s. I mean, the soundtrack was pulse pounding to me. I loved it from beginning to end. I know you like the GoBots movie, which was shit, but
and the Rock Lords also.
That GoBots
double duty
garbage. That GoBots movie was absolute garbage.
Yeah, but they met the Rock Lords, so you got 2 for 1.
And you know the thing about it is that if they were to go with the Robo series, it would have beaten Transformers. I don't know why Hanna-Barbera did that. I don't know why Hanna-Barbera decided to go with their own crappy animation and artwork like that. GoBots. And then if you ever watched Machine Robo,
the Americans took over toys, they fucked it up.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Machine Robo? It's
clips of it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's the original.
Where the Sidekill kills the good guy and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Sidekill was like this kind of like renegade type, like hero. How was he? He was like the cool hero and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he was a motorcycle hero type.
Right, man. They gave that shit to what was it? I think who did GoBots? Galoob or either Match?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think it was one of those companies. Then they
Tonka.
That's right, Tonka. And then Tonka.
As soon as they took over, they fucked it.
Yeah, but see, Marvel was smart. Marvel, Sunbow, and Marvel Hasbro toy lines. They knew to get that Japanese market, or like they would always hire Toei Animation or Toei Animation to do their work, and that's what made their series grow. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta go see Transformers on September 27th. That is gonna
Transformers. I don't even recognize the Michael Bay flick, so that's the only one that around.
Yeah. I mean, like the next. I mean, I have to see it. I have to see it. I'm gonna look here, but up here they have an article as well that says. It's with Forbes magazine, and they're basically talking about Transformers the movie will briefly come back to theaters this September. The classic Transformers the movie will be coming back for one night and shown across 500 theaters in the U.S. this September. Shown on September 27th at 7 p.m.
One night only.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm definitely going though. Shown on September 27th at 7 p.m. Fans can pre-order their tickets on August 3rd from the Fathom event site. Along with seeing the movie fully remastered in high definition, fans will also get a sneak preview of making of the new Bumblebee. I don't want to see that shit. As well as a brand new interview with singer-songwriter Stan. Yeah, they're gonna sneak that shit in on you. Most people who go and see that shit, they don't want to see that fucking. I mean, nobody cares about Michael Bay's robots anymore. They them ugly Johnny Five looking robots. Nobody wants to see them shits.
No, they tried to kind of get you though by redesigning them by just filling up the shapes of them, but they still look
right. Right. Exactly. And essentially what was that? Where's this article at? It says
like you can't get like really they can't give Bumblebee a face. Jesus.
I don't know why they do that. That's what makes it horrible. That's what makes it absolutely horrible.
Give him a face.
Yeah. That's what makes it horrible. Let me bring Mika back in here real quick. Oh shit. There we go. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta understand it's a rough show this time. All fucked up, but we still gonna run it. It's all fucked up.
I just mean it's raw and unscripted or something, unfiltered.
Exactly.
There you go. It's unfiltered.
It is what
Perfect.
It is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I hope she got it. But yeah, it says here, along with
it's like MTV used to do. It's unplugged.
Exactly. Along with seeing the movie newly remastered in high definition, fans will also get a sneak peek of the making of the new Bumblebee movie, as well as a brand new interview with singer-songwriter Stan Bush. Performances of the theme songs, The Touch and Dare. The movie itself is still regarded pretty highly, especially as a piece of 80s animation. The story was obviously aimed at kids, but is still more coherent than the consistently awful and newer Michael Bay movies. I like this site. I love Forbes.
Consistently awful.
Newer Michael Bay movies. If you remember, Shout Factory re-released a remastered Blu-ray version of the classic movie back in 2016, and I reviewed it at this time. This was a fantastic version and comes highly recommended to those that want to see why Transformers is still a global phenomenon. Oh man, I can't wait to see this. So I'm definitely going to see this when it's re-released in theaters for one day only on September. I literally have this marked until inside of my
Why just one day only?
I don't know, but it's that one day is worth it. Trust me. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
That's a trip to one day.
One day. This was almost.
Did they say where?
Scream. If you're almighty Megatron, then attacking the real threat, the Autobots won't be. You're an idiot, Starscream.
They got it.
I used to love. Oh my god, I can say that movie verbatim. I watched that movie so much as a kid. It wasn't because I mean, like when it happened, I remember my mother took me to go see it, right? And when she took me to go see it, I had my Optimus Prime in my hand and shit like that. You know, I was doing good in school. She said, "I'll take you." No, she said she wasn't taking me to go see shit. I had done something that day. My ADD probably acted up. I probably threw something out the window or some shit. I don't know what happened. She was like, I ain't taking you to see shit. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, she was like, come on, baby. We went there. My mother watched it with me. I was like, oh, shit. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, shit. Because, like, the intro was hot and everything. Unicron eat a fucking planet. I was like, yo, he really fucking shit up. But then I would say the first 25 minutes of that film was nothing but your mouth open and shit like that as a kid. I didn't feel sad when Optimus Prime died because I had a feeling something was going to happen. If you remember, Kenny, they kept advertising the toys before the movie came out. Remember? They were showing Ultra Magnus, Rodimus Prime, and they said the Autobot leader, Autobot second command, Autobot city leader, and this, that, and the other. I was like, something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I was logical because that came from like reading comic books and shit like that. But then when they like when I saw the way they were slaughtering the Autobots, I was like, oh shit. This is not even my mother was like, she's like, I was like, yeah, ma, they just killed who did they kill? I said, ma, they just killed Proud. I was like, ma, they just killed Proud. She said, ooh. She was like, okay. And then as they went along and like there were at least 3 spots. No, yeah, 3 spots in that cartoon where they curse. She was like, really? She was like, I like this film. Because my mother was always the one who would, my mother got me into anime. You like anime and, you know, cartoons, watching Ralph Bakshi and shit. Because my mother was she loved animated films and stuff like that. And she loved Transformers. So, I mean, like, you know, after seeing that, I was just like, oh, shit. Only thing is that after I finished watching that film, I felt as though it was the beginning of the end of Transformers. Even though I did love Galvatron and Ultra Magnus, I didn't like Rodimus Prime that much for some reason. But I just felt as though it was like the beginning and you could tell. And they actually said,
Was it the voice?
What Rodimus?
Was this Rodimus Prime? Yeah. Was it the Judge Nelton voice?
Yeah, you know what it
threw
was?
you off?
No, it wasn't that. It was more so the fact, like, you can tell, like, see, like, Optimus Prime was more like, he was kind of like a father figure in a way. Like, you felt as though, like, he was somebody's father. Not saying he was mine. I looked at him as a father figure, but I always pictured him to be like, if he was human, like a guy with a beard that was wise, like a look kind of like Clutch from G.I. Joe, Clutch or Breaker from G.I. Joe, but a little bit. You know what I mean? That's how I always pictured Optimus Prime. We're like Rodimus. To me, I felt like he was like the cool stepdad trying to come in and be cool, and you just didn't like the motherfucker. Like, you're like, all right, get out of here.
That's a good description.
Yeah, like he just trying. And
that's a good description.
I got fire stripes on me. Cool. I'm just like you kids. No, I want a Mack truck. I want a flat face Mack truck. That's what I want. I don't want you, Rodimus. You're cool and all.
Fire stripes.
Yeah, fire stripes and shit like that. Mika, have you ever seen Transformers?
Huh?
Have you ever seen Transformers the movie?
I don't know. I think I was about 8 years old at the time in 1986.
Yeah.
I lived pretty much of a sheltered life. I mean, like I saw the Transformers, like the cartoons. Have I seen the movie? I probably may have, but I just I was basically a Voltron fan around that time. I didn't give a shit about Transformers.
Well, if you are interested, I will. If they're showing it in New York or whatever the case may be, I'll come over there and I'll check it. Mika, you went out again, man.
In New York.
What happened?
I think it's gonna be like at Union Square or something like. You show the movie in New York around Union Square or something like that.
You think so?
Just for one day.
Yeah.
Well, we're scheduled to one day only.
Yeah,
make a lot.
One day only.
Oh my god.
Are we still breaking up?
Better make money off of that.
Breaking up.
Break up.
Well, everybody's breaking up. I don't know what the fuck.
We are still breaking up over
nice.
there.
Yeah. Well, so what we're gonna do next topic we're gonna cover is original Star Wars are being blocked from Disney streaming service until 2024. Oh,
that's weird.
Yeah, I know. Very weird. Very weird. Hey, Mouse Type, what's going on? How are you? Uh-oh, she's starting it up already, Katie. She already started. She said, sorry I'm late, but I'm the greatest of his time. He was smooth and knew how to do what he did while he was simply a savage.
Of his time.
Fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
Simply a savage. Jeez. You don't know again. You just Google Kaboo style and why he kills Ali. That's all you need to know. Jesus. Move, power, timing. Tyson had it all.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna end this stream. I'm gonna try to get some things straight, and then we're gonna do a Tyson Ali debate. We're gonna do a Tyson Ali debate. I gotta figure out what's going on. Seeing if it's on my end, whatever. I wanted to, you know what? Let's finish up with a couple of movie reviews. The Slender Man trailer, the new Venom trailer. Did you see the new Venom trailer?
I like it.
Me too. Even though it doesn't have Peter Parker in it or Spider-Man, which, you know, and it doesn't harken to like the original roots of Venom, I love the design that they have him. They have him as a big guy. He's a big
right.
Even though I think they should have got somebody bigger to play Eddie Brock, I don't mind. You follow what I'm saying?
He looks good though.
Yeah,
I think Tom Hardy is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tom Hardy isn't big enough to play Eddie Brock. You ask me if you go on my comic book. Eddie Brock is a big dude. Eddie Brock is a big dude.
They should have used Brock, but it works.
Yeah, they could have used Brock Lesnar to play Eddie Brock.
Brock Lesnar.
Perfect. Yeah, Brock Lesnar is a big dude. Do you know what
that would have been perfect?
You know what Eddie Brock looks like, Mika?
Yes, I've seen him.
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a big dude. even without that damn symbiote on him. He's a big dude.
Yeah, I know. I like when they had Venom in Spider-Man 3 and they had Topher Grace playing.
Yeah, that was fucking horrible.
Like, what?
That was fucking horrible. That was fucking horrible. They
like,
could have.
They had a bunch of bitches playing heroes and villains in Spider-Man 3. I was totally turned off by that.
Yeah. Also, too.
I thought Sandman looked all right, though.
No, Sandman was amazing. I think they picked the perfect guy to play Sandman. He was to me, he was the best part of the film.
He wore a sweater and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like Venom, no.
I think because of the storm that came through here, that's why we're having an issue. So I'm gonna shut down this podcast, and then I'm gonna start up another one. And that one we're gonna do the Tyson Ali, and maybe later on Sunday we can finish up the movie reviews. But like this is, I think it's because the storm that came through, because like the connection over here at my house hasn't been the same ever since that storm came through, because it knocked power out.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, no worries.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to start up another stream for you guys, another live stream for you guys. Mika, you coming back? Kenny, you coming back?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Okay, cool. Let me see if I can straighten things out on my end. Thank you, everybody, for stopping through. We're gonna try. Give me like 15, 20 minutes. Let me just try something else.
Okay.
Everybody's breaking up and stuff like that, and because we had a very bad storm over here in Jersey. So I mean, like, and it knocked out my power and everything like that, and stuff hasn't been the same ever since. So I'm gonna reboot my router and stuff, and we'll see how that goes. Okay.
So give it like 20.
All right, give us a few. We'll be back.
Yep.